What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Eddie and my boy
God.
CJ. CJ was muted. Run that back. It's
Hey,
your
hey,
boy
hey.
Eddie and
Was CJ the Beat God.
hell yeah. How you doing, CJ?
Ah, man, I'm hanging in there. Tough as nails.
Yup.
You know what I
Paying
mean?
bills.
You know it. You know it.
Yup. Getting that money. Loving it.
Man, nothing but. Got babies to feed.
How many babies you got, CJ?
Three, man. One grown, two still small.
Wow.
Well, I can't. One of them ain't even small anymore. 13 going on 14, and I think almost 5, 6 right now. Yeah,
Damn, you in the thick of it.
yeah,
Heck yeah.
yeah. He's stretching out there.
Yeah, heck yeah. You know, it's funny. I'm in the same situation. I got 19, 14, and 6. Or 5. Soon
Okay.
to be 6.
Yeah. See, my youngest is 6, getting ready to
Yeah.
be 7 in a couple months.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. A few years back, I was like, what did we get ourselves into? What? You know, like we had it made. We were set. But now that the other kids are older and grown, I'm like, thank you, God. What a blessing to just go through it just a few more years. You know what I mean?
Just one more time.
Yeah. Shoot. I was going for a team, man, but 3 is cool. Like I was going for starting 5, you know what I mean?
Same with me. Nah, by the time I'm done with 3 of them, I think that's it. That's it.
Yeah. So, just enjoying life, man. Every minute.
You know it.
All right, so we got a really good show today. A lot of stuff going on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the season of action is starting to happen.
Yeah. So,
NBA Finals, man.
woo,
OKC Thunder versus Indiana Pacers. Thursday at, don't quote me on this, but I think 8 o'clock.
I think that sounds right.
Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So what are the main storylines we should be looking for, man?
You should be looking for Indiana's pace and space versus OKC's tough defense and savvy scoring. Midi King over there with SGA, MVP, and now conference finals MVP. If he gets finals MVP and OKC wins and he completes the Triple Crown MVP run, for the season, that's going to be saying a lot.
I wonder how many players.
Would you act? I want to say Michael Jordan.
Let's see.
Matter of fact, we can Google that information.
Yeah, I'm trying to check right now. Let me see.
List of NBA players to win MVP, Conference MVP, and Finals MVP.
I'm showing 10. What you got?
Said what? In the same season.
Oh yeah, in the same season.
Okay. That list is stronger than we thought it was going to be. But everybody on the list is somebody that, if you think about it, they could have pulled it off at any given time in their career. And that list is Willis Reed, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Of course.
Moses Malone,
Yup.
Larry Bird, Magic Johnson,
Wow.
that's 5. Michael Jordan,
Ooh.
Hakeem the Dream,
Hell yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal, Big Diesel,
Yup.
Timmy Off Glass,
What?
that's Duncan for everybody that don't know that,
We know.
and King James.
Wow.
You're right,
Wow.
that's 10. 10 players in the history of the NBA have won MVP for the season, conference MVP, and gone on to win finals MVP in that same season.
Wow. I think we're seeing the
Strong
same
list
thing.
though.
Does yours say what? I'm sorry. Does your list name one more player?
No.
Steph Curry, only player to win regular season, All-Star, Western Conference, and NBA Finals. So he didn't get the.
Ooh.
Wait, yeah, that is it, right? Yeah, that is it. Wow.
No, he did the 4.
Jeez. Why Steph got
Wait.
Is that for real? Sometimes AI could be off, man. You got to check that. Fact check.
Wait. All-Star. I forgot about the All-Star MVP.
Hey, but come on, All-Star game.
Well, that's kind of why we forget about it, but
come on. Someone does usually go off, though.
See? Now, I've got a list of 4 people that have won MVP, All-Star MVP, and Finals MVP, but not Conference MVP. And that's Willis Reed,
Yeah.
Shaq, Michael Jordan twice, 96 and 98, and then Shea Gilgeous this year. He was All-Star MVP. So now he's got 3 MVPs on the season already.
Wow.
Didn't realize that. I forgot he was 2025 All-Star MVP.
So if this is true about Steph, he has an opportunity to tie him up.
Now I need to go back and look at that too. Has Steph Curry won all 4 MVPs in one season? It says no. He's the only player in NBA history to win the regular season MVP, All-Star Game MVP, Finals MVP, and Conference Finals MVP, but not all in the same season. He's regular season MVP twice, All-Star MVP twice, Finals once, Conference Finals once.
So I guess they just...
He's never done all 4 in the same season.
Wow. So Shy has a legitimate chance.
He's got a chance to be in rare air.
Wow. Good for him. I think I'm going to be rooting for him.
Nobody has ever completed the MVP sweep. 10 people have won 3. And about 4 people have won the extra. And all of the ones that won the extra All-Star were on the list for winning all 3 in the other categories. So they all have 4. They all have all the MVPs, just not in the same season. Jay Gilgeous will, if he completes this run, be alone in NBA history.
That's interesting. So what does that do about, like, does that instantly propel him into that GOAT conversation, or does he need to be doing this for another like 5 to 10 years? Yeah,
He's got to do it for another, at least a short career's worth, so that he can put up some all-time numbers. Right? He's got to go compete with some of these all-times in finals wins, in how many MVPs they win, in how many scoring titles he might get. You know, there are accolades that have to be achieved in order to truly set yourself up there in that GOAT list. Right now, he is 100% hands down the best player in the NBA. And you see that flip-flop from Joker to SGA in a couple seasons.
Yeah, so what happened with Joker, man? I just remember he was the talk of the town, man. You know, his triple doubles, his passing, his shooting.
He's still getting them.
He's still doing it. All right.
SGA is younger and still elevating his game.
Wow.
Joker has been in the league for a while already.
Yeah.
His game is pretty solid, not changing too much anymore. So when you get up against somebody that can still evolve, still has the physical mechanic, the agility, the strength, the speed to adjust and not to mention the IQ for the game, and raw talent and coordination. So that's a big combo. It's a lot of combo to have. Right. But when you put all that together, you got somebody who has the instinct, the know-how, the athleticism, the speed, the strength. And he's a great shooter. Like the hand-eye coordination, he don't miss very much either. He's a high percentage shooter. So
definitely smooth with it for sure.
Yeah. And you can't touch him anymore. That's a mark on how you know you got a superstar in your hand. When they start adjusting the game to his game.
Yeah. Doop. And one. Boom.
He baits fouls in a way that most of the other foul baiters that they didn't like, Harden, Trey, CP3, you know, they made rules to stop the way they were foul baiting. But they are in full support of the way Shea foul bait.
See, why is that?
Now, a lot of people might have their opinions about that. To be honest, I think it was more of a way they had mastered making it easy. Like Trey and CP3 most specifically would blaze by you and then stop in front of you. So while you're sitting over there trying to catch up to them, they stop in front of you, you run into them. That's a foul. And a lot of people couldn't stand that. They really be hating on my boy Trey, because if they didn't, he'd be making people look bad. Remember? He first came in the league and he was nutmegging people. He was really juicing people bad.
Yeah.
On the offensive. They started fouling him real hard. They would push him out of bounds. They'd elbow him in the jaw. Like, I watched him get slapped in the face and knocked to the ground, and the ref didn't call it. Now, the fact that he has a mouth, that part doesn't it doesn't help him at all, in the slightest. Right? The fact that James Harden is 6'6", 6'7", big boy.
Yeah.
So when he's running in using his body, it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't really hunting fouls the same way. He was actually doing that. A Joel Embiid, he'd throw his weight into people, but then hit you with the step back.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, when Harden was hitting his MVP runs, he would lead the league in scoring and assists after.
Wow.
In his prime.
Yeah.
Houston James. Yeah, buddy.
So why is James? I mean, like when I think of the teams he's been on, OKC, right? Houston, Philly. Shoot, he been everywhere, man. Like, why?
You mean why hasn't he won one?
Nah, like why isn't he like the franchise player? You know what I mean? Where, like, if you got the franchise player, you're gonna keep him. Like,
well, now he's part of a double franchise player team.
All right.
See, when he left Houston, he tried to be part of the super team organization.
Yeah.
Remember, went to Philly with Embiid, went to Boston with KD and Kyrie, right?
Yeah.
So he wasn't going to be just the center of attention there like he was in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Like even when they got Chris Paul has been on the other side of his prime this whole time now, right? Chris Paul getting up there.
He is.
But he's still just a really great floor general.
He's solid.
But yeah, but in Houston, it wasn't Chris Paul's team. Everybody knew that was still Harden's team. Now that he's in LA, he's sharing that team with Kawhi. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Paul George in Philly now.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's Kawhi and Harden. And they liking it. Right? They like their chemistry. They got some good players behind them, but they still need to keep building on their team. But they have a good chemistry. But again, he's not in the center of attention style of organization anymore.
Yeah.
He's still trying to be a part of a bigger, better team.
And I think he has to, though, right? Because he's past his prime, right?
I mean, nobody who wins isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Since Jordan, nobody has been able to put together a winning team that didn't have at least two top players in the league. Right? Kobe and Shaq.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kobe also had Paul Gasol for the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Steph, Clay, Draymond.
KD.
LeBron went and got Kyrie and Kevin Love, and then they got the cooking, and then KD, come on. Steph, Clay, KD, Flash, triplet. You got to do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess it's just the nature of the game now, and there's so much talent.
That is exactly the nature of the game when it comes to making sure you can compete.
Because even back in the days, even in the olden days, the Jordan days, Magic days in the 80s, it was still a solid team, but it was more like the role players not getting as
Well,
much shine.
and here I want to spotlight something. Even back then, you didn't have a whole lot of team that was in the heavy competition for the chip until they either acquired enough quality players or did some miraculous work. Right? The Bulls, you can say the Bulls did it honest because they drafted Mike, they drafted Pippen, you know, and everybody else was role players, but you traded to get Tony Kukoc, right? Horace Grant left, you traded to get Dennis Rodman or signed him in free agency, but he was still already, you know, the best rebounder ever.
Yeah.
By the time he got to the Bull, right? So while we in my generation, of course, we're gonna still laud my MJ as the GOAT, always, just because of what we saw in our lifetime versus watching MJ versus watching LeBron. You know, it's clearer to us. And you can say what you want about the competition. You can say Mike played plumbers, but I don't think y'all could beat Karl Malone today at his age.
Yeah, mailman, dude.
Right? Y'all couldn't outshoot Coach Kerr today.
Yeah, he would actually be a really good player today. As a spot up shooter, you know what I mean?
Pop you in dress shoes right now.
Yeah, he's automatic.
They have said it before. The only person that beat Steph in their shooting competitions out there, Coach Kerr.
Wow.
Steve was a deep shooter his whole life. And he had the grit, I'll call it out every time, to get back in Mike's face when Mike was disrespectful to him. Coach Steve Kerr is the man Michael Jordan punched in the face in practice. And they got physical.
Wow.
And Mike said he's got a spot on the team for life. He starts. He's here.
Wow.
Why?
I don't even remember that.
He wanted, because it was in practice and they didn't put that stuff out there back in the day. They didn't snitch on their players and their coaches back then. But in the last dance for entertainment, you know, it's time to go ahead and let some of that out the bag. And again, you know, congratulations to the two teams going to the NBA Finals. We're going to be moving on soon.
Yup, let's keep moving for sure.
They talked about that. He punched that man in the face in rehearsal. So let's not get it twisted. We know Mike was a jerk.
Yeah, 100%.
Sometimes you got to become that way when you're obsessed with winning.
Yeah.
Trying to put your people somewhere.
All business.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right. So, finals starts Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
OKC versus Indiana.
Who you like?
Proud of them boys. I got to go OKC, man.
Yeah. Seems like
my money's on OKC.
Yeah. 5 games? 6.
I say all 7.
Wow.
Indiana ain't coming to play neither. They got a well-balanced team, and they are the combined fastest, youngest team in the league.
All right, that's gonna be interesting, man. Can't wait for that Thursday. You know, we'll be talking about it a little bit next week too. All right, so what else are we getting into here, man?
Okay.
A lot of entertainment news. Summer's here. Summer blockbusters hitting the
Gonna be
theaters.
some movies coming.
Yup. What you excited about, man? So much.
Well,
so many rumors and things.
Well, there's another GOAT that's coming back to do some work. Eddie Murphy got another movie drop.
Eddie.
The Pickup. Let's see if I can't find the release date.
Let's see here. Looks like it's coming to prom. Oh, 2 months.
So it's 2 months out.
Put it on your calendar, people.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy, man, getting his.
Are there any trailers available? Looks like a heist movie.
Yeah, let's check that out. Let me see. Hold on. Let me stop sharing there.
Everybody listen. This is important.
Let's see, what's some of my favorite Eddie movies? Yeah. I was just talking about Harlem Nights earlier today, or was it yesterday at work? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. One of my colleagues. I thought Harlem Nights had a lot of resemblance to Hoodlum and the Cotton Club.
That's that old school one, like from the 20s, right? I think.
Yes.
I remember that. I don't know if
The original story about Bumpy Johnson, where coincidentally Lawrence Fishburne played Bumpy Johnson, not only as the star character in Hoodlum, but as a side character all the way back then in the Cotton Club.
Man, Lawrence Fishburne. That guy's been in everything.
Yeah, man's got a history.
He like Samuel L. Jackson, man. Like some people might think Samuel L. Jackson started in like Marvel, right? But yo,
exactly.
So far back, man. Like I remember him from like Do the Right Thing.
They don't know the half.
Dude, he wasn't in he had nothing to do with Different World or anything like that though, right? Nah.
No, but he was the armed robber in Coming to America.
That's probably my favorite Eddie Murphy movie. I love
Coming to America.
Yeah.
That's top 5 for me.
That's a good one, man. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. They also just dropped a sequel, right? Probably 2-3 years ago on Amazon too.
Yeah, that was an Amazon Prime movie. I don't know if that went to the theaters at all. I think it went straight to streaming, but it was pretty good. And then I think it actually comes on TV now. Like you can catch it on BET every now and then.
Oh, nice. I started it, man, but that ADHD, man, it's too hard, you know, and like it's, yeah. Anyways, that's a whole nother All right, but here's the trailer, y'all. Coming to Amazon Prime, streaming
nice.
August 6th. Let me mute that. Hit that.
Everybody listen. This is important. I'm going to show you guys something. And when I show you what I'm going to show you, don't freak out.
Rise and shine, naughty boy.
What the hell is all of this?
My ancestors left Spain for the New World and a new life. 400 years later, I'm back. I'm so excited.
Are you hungry?
I'm hungry.
Oh, perfect.
If you can preserve your food and your recipes, then you can teach the rest of the world.
फाइन दोस्तों, आज इस वीडियो में हम बात करने वाले हैं हॉलीवुड के न्यू अपकमिंग मूवी द पिकअप के बारे में और जानेंगे फिलहाल में
I almost don't know what I saw just now.
Oh, what was that?
Did it cut the clip
I don't
and go to a different ad?
I don't even know what that was, man. Hey, my bad, y'all. But gotta
I don't
say,
think that was you.
nah, yeah. I mean, I picked this one. Let's see. So, like you said, looks like a heist movie. You can see right there. It's like something's going on. I like the little.
Yeah, and on the cover, they're wearing their fake security uniforms and looking like they got some money around them, and it all says bank robbery.
I like the little holiday action. I'm big on the holidays.
Exactly.
Ava Longoria, what? Okay.
Oh, so that was her in the movie.
Yeah. She's making a
Okay.
comeback right now. When I was at the hotel over the weekend, I turned on the TV and it was like some news. It turned straight to CNN and she was there, and so like making her appearances and stuff. So, she's probably gearing up for like the press tour type thing,
Hey, you know what's funny? Some people just find their way into a blessing by being a blessing to other people. There was a movie a few years back that was about to have the production scrap because budget was falling short. And Eva Longoria was the one to step in and complete the financing of the movie so that it could be released.
Wow.
That movie was John Wick.
Wow, Ava.
She more than got her return on her investment.
That was huge.
You dig what I'm saying?
Sometimes you got to give a little, man.
She took a risk because she saw what a lot of people should have seen based on who was in the movie. I think she just banked the money on the fact that it was Keanu. It's Keanu's movie, of course. Finish making the movie. It'll sell.
Man.
Yeah, get these people paid.
That's a pretty good investment. Like, easy investment.
And look how long the franchise has gone on.
Yeah. They're about to drop what, the fourth one? Or the fifth one?
And a spinoff.
Yeah. That's wild.
The Ballerina is a John Wick movie.
Now, is she attached to that? Longoria.
I don't know if she's still attached to the film franchise, but I do know she is responsible for getting it out of scrap day.
Well, if anyone deserves it, it's freaking Keanu. I love that guy, man. Like, he is a real dude.
Heart of gold, man.
Nice dude, man. Like, he deserves all that good karma for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. So, August 6th, the pickup, Eddie Murphy. Definitely check that out. Support your boy. He's a real OG too, man. I love to see him still here at work, man, looking like he's 30. He looking like you, CJ.
And he's still gonna be funny.
Yup. All right, what other movies you excited about, man?
So next,
RZA on the big
from
screen.
Wu-Tang is about to come out with a new movie. And I am trying to think of, is it called A Spoonful of Chocolate? I'm just looking it up right now, and I just don't want to mispronounce it.
One spoon of chocolate?
One spoon of chocolate. It will be coming out this year. The initial release He's actually on the 8th. So what's that? This coming Sunday?
Wow. Let's see here. I pulled up a trailer. Now I'm scared to click though.
It says it's an upcoming action thriller drama. So curious.
Wow. All right, let's check this
Take
out.
a chance, man. That's what we're here for.
Let's do this. All right.
Hi, Pop.
Two years assault and battery.
For stopping my neighbor from getting whipped on by her drunk husband.
Cuzzo! You put that man in a coma.
He was a bully.
What do we have here? What's the fucking rules about here, Jones?
Jameek
Tell
Moore.
us, what's the rules around here?
God instructs us to prepare.
If you want to live, I suggest you leave this town immediately.
30, still in the field.
I can stand here and fight for what's mine.
Like that.
Preparation is one of the commandments of God.
Be on money.
He who has prepared to enter the kingdom shall enter the kingdom.
This system is a giant.
They just slew a giant with a goddamn slingshot.
Your technique is second to none. That was a magnificent display of the Mandingo style.
Looked like I saw Rockmon Dunbar.
He who seeketh shall find. He who knocketh, it shall be opened.
Dang, that looks sick.
I'm sorry, I don't know any of the white people. I do apologize.
Thought I saw Blair Underwood in there, man.
Maybe.
I swear, I'm pretty sure that was him. He looked like the detective at the beginning.
Okay. So there's a few characters in this one.
That looks like a good movie, man.
Yeah, looks like it has some good action.
It's cool to see that go full circle in terms of like, I remember being, when Wu-Tang was first coming out, at least when they were on my radar, they'd always talk about how they'd watch the Kung Fu flicks and, just they all vibe with that Shaolin or whatever. So to see RZA, I mean, I'm not surprised to see him taking that next step up, directing a movie and all. And the production's going to be legit, right? So good for them. Wu-Tang, man. They coming back real heavy right now. I swear, man.
Oh, yeah.
Ghostface, Meth. I think we just talked about this, right? Ghostface, Meth, Redman. That whole
Wu-Tang, man. They not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Even in their old age, putting out hot stuff.
Love to see that, man. All right, maybe one more, and then maybe we can get into. We just dropped a new one, Starstrom. Let's see what T says.
Oh yeah.
Right. Damn, we ain't stopping.
If it's available, I would love to play it.
We out here, man. We streaming every single week. So if you catch this, you want to catch us live, join the conversation, definitely subscribe at TMH Comics here on YouTube. We're on Instagram too, so definitely look out for us. But come in, hop in here live with us, man. We want to hear what y'all think, right?
We want to know what you think. We
Stump
appreciate
CJ,
your
man.
participation. And I'm happy to troll right back with you all.
CJ can give it, man. Gotta test CJ, man. All right, so one more.
They ain't stumping me.
Yeah, it's nothing, man. So we'll do one more and then hop into Starstrom and then finish up with the other things on the agenda. How about that?
Let's hit it.
All right, King of the Hill, BET Awards, Last of Us, maybe last Friday. I'm gonna say that got me kind of hyped.
Cube and O'Shea Jr.
Yo,
Chris Tucker and DC Young Fly. I'm expecting for them to show time has passed, and these are their sons. Day still gonna be in it. Don't know if he gonna have a kid or not. R.I.P. to Pops. I do hate that John Witherspoon won't be able to be seen in this or a part of this unless they film some pieces from before he passed away. But I'm almost positive they'll honor and tribute to him in the movie. And I think with all these components, it's gonna be hilarious.
Oh yeah, it looks like it's gonna be good, man. Let's see here. So there's no trailer available, but
Not yet.
as soon as we know it, sure it's gonna drop, man. Let's see here though. We do have a little screenshot of what this could look like. I don't know, man. Maybe this is official, unless they use AI. I mean, I don't know.
What you got?
Now again, this was just on.
I know what I saw online.
I think this was just IG, man. So again, they could definitely be using AI for this, dude. How's that? They probably
Okay,
use
yeah,
AI.
that's the same thing I saw.
That's what you saw?
You see, and Money Mike. So, but a lot of players have confirmed that the movie is in the making. I want to say even Ricky Smiley confirmed that he's got a role. I think, the Santa Claus Crypt is going to make another appearance.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're bringing everybody back.
I think so. That's Nia Long, so that's Debbie coming back.
I used to have a.
So I wonder if
crush.
Craig and Debbie is a couple.
Where Lil Rel at?
Not sure.
That seemed random. But I'm just saying, everywhere I look, man, I be seeing Lil Rel.
Yeah, but how would he fit into this?
I don't know, man. They just put him in, man. Plant him. Bam.
Maybe as another character. Yeah.
But I guess maybe the West Coast thing. But again, I'm saying Lil Rel, they put in him. He's almost like Kevin Hart status in terms of like, oh, there he is, commercial. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Appearance.
He's definitely blowing up everywhere.
Yeah.
Specials, movie appearances. Yeah, no, you're right. His name is very relevant.
Nia Long, dude.
So, I'm trying to see. I'm like, I have a funny feeling that, and hopefully, and what it makes me think that this ain't a true poster is Cube's face.
Yeah. They would not put that out, right?
That ain't Craig. That's Cube.
Yeah. And
So
Cat.
that's
this real
kind of what I was looking at. Right. It wouldn't be just Cat. It would be Money Mike.
Yeah.
But it's a nice idea.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of players have leaned out and confirmed that the movie is in production. We just don't have any vision.
Yeah. I think it makes sense though, right? Because Barbershop's coming back Friday.
Yeah. TV show.
Cult classic.
On Prime, I believe.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Cool. Among other things.
All right. Well, as we hear more news, we'll keep y'all updated. But definitely looks interesting. Looks like it's gonna be good. They always be bringing it with the Friday series. Friday collection.
You know it.
All right. So perfect time to take a quick little break here. Hop into Spotify. Again, you could find the whole collection of TMH Comics. A little bit of everything. Just randomly pick one, man. There's like 20, 30 to pick from. Check one out. whatever resonates with you, and get a little sneak peek, and then go and cop one over on Amazon.
Get a little sneak peek.
I thought I saw T come off mute. We good, T?
Probably not.
I'm sure you got something to say.
Y'all good to go. Y'all good to go.
All right. We're good to go. You heard the man. All right. I'm going to share this. Let's do this.
Let's dig into it, man.
Oh, hold up.
TMH Comics. Always got some surprises for y'all.
Welcome to the deep dive.
All right. Here we go. We ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is the newest one that just dropped, Starstrom. You want to take a quick peek at the image. Look at that. Looking good. All right. I'll back it up.
We're the ones who take all that source material you've gathered, the articles, notes, research, and, well, we dive deep.
Yeah, we pull out the important bits, the surprising stuff.
Exactly. Getting you straight to being informed, maybe with a few twists, hopefully keep it interesting. So today, you've given us this really compelling narrative, Starstrom. We've got these excerpts following a young woman, movie star.
Seems like a normal life, right? Until it's not.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Suddenly there's this hidden world, these ancestral powers, and she's being hunted by this high-tech enemy.
Relentless.
We're going to unpack the key events, sure.
Yeah.
But also those, surprising discoveries, the turning points in her story.
And our mission here, it's more than just the plot points. We want to get into the essence of Mubi's journey.
Right.
How she deals with suddenly having these abilities she never knew about. The danger she's in from this powerful group.
Aegis,
yeah. And how she sort of grapples with her heritage, which feels so disconnected from her life.
And what's fascinating is that tension, isn't it? Between ancient ways and super modern tech.
Totally. And that personal struggle, where do you fit when you feel caught between worlds? It's a big theme.
Okay, so let's get into it. The story starts with Mubi. Seems like a normal teen, maybe a bit cynical.
A bit guarded, maybe.
But weird things are happening. This old guitar she has, there's this strange pull, physical.
Yeah, she can't ignore it. And that feeling of being watched.
Constant unease.
Yeah.
And then this incident at a talent show, vague, but definitely connected to her and the guitar. Her power just sort of erupts disruptively.
It's that classic call to adventure, but it's twisted right away.
So,
well, the first person who shows up isn't some wise old mentor. It's this guy, Mr. Abernathy.
From the Apex Initiative. Sounds harmless enough.
But the narrative paints him as smooth, professional, talking about unlocking potential.
But Mubi gets red flags immediately.
Exactly. Her gut feeling is that he's clinical, controlling, not there to help.
And that instinct is key, right? Even before she understands anything.
Absolutely. And thank goodness for her friend, Lena.
The pragmatist. The tech whiz.
Right. Lena does some digging, confirms Mubi's instincts. Apex Initiative. It's a ghost.
A shell corporation.
Linked straight to government surveillance. Targeting people, individuals with unique abilities. They're dangerous.
And Lena figures this out just before things get really serious.
Yeah, because then comes the abduction attempt.
Right. Aegis agents.
Yeah.
The real group behind Apex. They just try to grab Mubi after school.
Sudden, violent, her ordinary life just shatters right there.
And this is where it gets really interesting. She doesn't fight back like you'd expect.
No martial arts, no weapons.
It's pure instinct. She uses this power.
And the source says it causes confusion, right? A wave of disorientation hits the attackers.
It's raw, totally uncontrolled.
But it works.
Just enough.
Yeah.
Creates that window.
For her and Lena to just run back to Lena's apartment, slam the door.
Yeah. And that moment, it gives us our first real hint about her power.
It's not physical. It seems more psychological, sensory.
Something like that. Disrupts perception. But like you said, uncontrolled.
Which raises that question. If you can influence minds, even accidentally.
How do you learn to control that responsibly? A stray thought could be bad news.
So, yeah, the escape is just panic and luck, really. An instinctive flare-up.
So they're hiding out, totally freaked, and then the phone rings.
Mysterious call. Unknown number. Pacific Islander area code.
She hesitates but answers.
Static.
Yeah.
Then the sound of the ocean. Clear as day.
And underneath that, these rhythmic clicks and whistles.
Haunting, almost musical. And Mubi recognizes them.
Right, like lullabies her grandmother used to sing. Leilani.
So it's not random, it's a message.
A lifeline, appearing just when she feels completely hunted and alone. A connection to a world she barely knows.
And Lena, straight back to the tech. Decodes it.
Not just sounds, data, coordinates.
A remote spot in the Pacific.
Mubi's sure now it has to be her grandmother. The stakes are just soaring. Mubi tells Lena, call the number back. A satellite phone number.
And relief, maybe awe, is Leilani.
And she knows. She knows everything.
Calls Mubi Moana Hoku, my star.
And the message is urgent. The Kupu stir, Mubi. The gift awakens. It runs strong in our blood.
You are connected to something ancient, something powerful, the Kupu ancestral spirits.
It's explicit. The instruction is clear. Come home to the hidden village.
Not just for safety, to learn, to understand this power that's put a target on her back.
So the decision's made. She has to go.
And the instructions are almost mythical, right? The A train, the iron horse that drinks the sea, find the woman with jade eyes.
Pushes her right out of her comfort zone. Lena helps her get the ticket.
But Lena has to go dark. Smart move. Aegis is tracking connections.
That moment of leaving Lena, though. Mubi feels guilty, but she knows she has to go. It highlights her isolation now.
And meanwhile, the narrative cuts to Director Thorne, back at the Bastion, Aegis HQ.
He gets the intel. Mubi contacted someone in the Pacific.
And he connects it. A tribal community, rumored abilities. Aegis knows about this hidden world.
They're not just after Mubi, they're after her people. Thorne's already planning his next move.
So the journey itself, it's described as this internal battle for Mubi.
The closer she gets, the more uneasy she feels, questioning everything.
Her motives, her powers, her whole identity, she feels this pull to just ditch it, disappear back in NYC.
And that's so relatable, isn't it? Wanting to run from the difficult parts of yourself, your heritage.
Definitely. She resents these powers for wrecking her normal life.
But underneath that, there's this sense of responsibility.
To her family, her heritage. It's what keeps her going, despite the fear.
She finally arrives, steps off the bus onto this remote island. And it's just, whoa.
Total sensory overload compared to the city. The air feels alive, vibrating.
She's met by these Papa warriors.
Yeah.
Silent, her first real contact.
And village life. Complete culture shock. Intentionally the opposite of her city life.
No tech, slow pace. She misses her phone, Netflix,
Right.
all of it.
Feels clumsy, struggles with the language, basic tasks like starting a fire. It's not just inconvenient. It's like she's fundamentally inadequate here.
Missing Lena, her connection to her old reality.
Then Leilani and the elders sit her down. Explain the gravity of it all.
This gift, this responsibility, it's not just power. It's history, meant for balance, harmony.
Not domination. And the guitar, Nai explains, isn't just wooden strings.
It's a conduit, a link to ancestors, an amplifier, like guiding water in a stream, she says.
Which brings us to control. Nai makes it sound natural, like channeling water.
But Mubi's first try, not so smooth.
No, she tries focusing on a child, trying to bring happiness, right? Good intentions.
And the kid just bursts into tears.
Devastating. Immediate negative consequences, unintended.
It feeds right into her deepest fears. Proves Thorne right in her mind.
She feels tainted, notices the villagers looking at her differently. Maybe she is too dangerous.
It's a small failure, but it amplifies that core struggle, doesn't it? Fear of the power, fear of harming others.
Exactly. And that fear is echoed by the enemy, and now maybe even her own people.
So Mubi's really spiraling. Guilt, fear, feeling like an outsider.
Nai finds her like this, offers comfort, but also perspective.
Reminds her their ancestors struggled too. Stumbled, learned.
Power's a double-edged sword, Nai says. Heal or wound, protect or destroy.
The key is balance. And strength isn't being fearless. It's having the courage to face your weakness.
This conversation is a real turning point for Mubi's self-image.
And Nai tells the story of Lani, an ancestor with a similar gift.
But Lani used it selfishly. For power, manipulation, led to tragedy, destroyed herself.
It's not destiny, though. It's a warning. The choice is Nubi's. Corruption is a real possibility.
And just as she's processing that, she gets word from Lena.
A harsh dose of reality. Aegis isn't giving up. They searched Lena's apartment.
They know Lena helped her. Lena has to go dark. Properly dark this time, for her own safety.
It just solidifies it for Mubi. It's not just about her anymore. Her dad, Lena, they're targets now.
She has to go back. She has to fight.
Nai sees the resolves. Gives her the Heitiki amulet, that carved wooden charm.
More than just protection, it's a tether. To her heritage, her responsibility, Mubi feels a shift. Fear becomes fuel. Readiness.
But even if you're a cleansing ceremony, she still feels disconnected.
Felt like I could keep going there, man, but I don't want to give it all away.
Yeah, I was sitting there just kind of listening.
Just got to make you guys, put in some work. Got to go to Spotify.
Things going on.
Check that out.
Whole lot that we can see going to the screen.
Oh yeah, a lot of nice messages are resonating there with me, right? Connecting
Definitely
with your past. Being brave and facing your fears head on, but then using it to fuel you, keep going, that sort of thing.
And core events that would make for really good movie scenes.
Yeah. So check it out, people. Starstrom, Spotify, Amazon. Pick it up.
Go check it out. You got a couple dollars.
We need that refund check, man. I thought we were getting what's it called? Let's get like 5,000. I don't know, man.
Well, another stimmy?
There you go. That's what I was hearing, man. That's what the talk is. But who knows, man?
Yeah. Hold your breath on that.
Exactly. Sound like some fake news. Real fake news. Anyways.
I tell you, fake news.
Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started. Some people,
the terrible people.
Some people, they not trying to have a convo about it. You know what I mean? But that's all I want.
True.
I just want to have a convo and understand. That's all I'm trying to do. You don't need to insult. You don't need to blame so and so and so and so. It's not always someone's fault, man. Anyways.
Nope.
Let's not get too heavy on that.
Yeah, we don't have to. Yeah.
Just keep things light, man. It's light talk, man. All right.
I hear that.
So, we got a few minutes left. BET Awards coming up.
Yes. What day did we say? June 8th?
I think we said Monday, right?
Sunday, I think. It's June 8th, I believe.
Monday the
Hang
9th.
tight. It's Monday the 9th?
Yup.
So what's coming out on June 8th? Oh, sorry, y'all. That was the one spoon of chocolate. That was the last. My mind was still on the last announcement. Okay, so yeah, it is. The BET Awards is Monday the 9th. Get ready, y'all. Gonna be a lot of good performances. As usual, somebody's gonna get the lifetime achievement. It's gonna be somebody that we know and love, and so this is a time-honored tradition, and it's something that we need to keep going. There's plenty of other award shows that go to plenty of other groups, but this one's for us. So get ready to see all your favorite folks. If you like Leon Thomas and that new song Mutt, I'm pretty sure it's nominated.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna be tuning in.
Absolutely.
It's been a minute since I watched one. Any award show, so it's not just BET. Just saying.
Me too.
Definitely gonna make an effort to watch this one. Looks like there's also a celebrity basketball game. You know how they do it. Hosted by Bow Wow. Dude. I'm assuming maybe Omarion or Marquez Houston or maybe Lloyd. Who knows who's going to be on the other side, man.
Yeah. We don't want them to start fighting on the court.
They beefing, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Man, they do have some stories over there amongst them.
Oh yeah. We need
That's
to
a
get on the
definite.
show one of these days, man. Let's put that on the vision board, man.
I would love to have some of those guys on the show. Those would be some great interviews.
Yo, let's make that happen.
Music spotlight.
Let's have our people contact their people.
Right.
Maybe
we'll sit down and do lunch.
Maybe we start with like Lil Fizz, right? Or bring him on. He just he'll probably be down.
Mr. Reality Show.
I swear, man. You got to get him. Like, you got to strike at the right moment, the right person.
He's ready to dish dirt.
For sure, man. He just need the platform. We could be the platform. Right?
Everybody has to tell the truth.
Yeah. What else we got, man? We coming up on an hour. I think we're trying to keep these to 60 minutes. Is that the deal?
Look for King of the Hill. I don't remember if we talked about that one enough, but Bobby's supposed to be all grown up. And it's supposed to be some time passing. I'm almost positive that's a shot at the Simpsons. Just in that right there, that they're actually going to allow time to pass.
Which the Simpsons
and the kids are going to be grown.
They be doing flash forwards, but not
flash forward.
Yeah.
But in 30 years.
And you don't even know if it's really even like real or just like a glimpse of what could be, right? Versus yeah. Rest in peace. One of the voice actors, sadly, is not with us anymore. I don't want to get into the details because, again, but unfortunately was gunned down in front of his house. Apparently he was...
Thoughts and prayers to his family.
Yeah, he was beefing with some of the neighbors and honestly, from what it sounds like, was getting harassed, which is really unfortunate, man, that again... Crazy times we're living in, man, where some people feel emboldened to just like, but rest in peace.
Encroach on other people's freedom.
Exactly. Well said, man, right there. That's it. So, our country, I thought freedom, is built on freedom, right? But again,
that's what they wrote. That ain't what they did. That's what we all have to make sure we keep in mind. That's what they wrote.
Nah, man, it's freedom for all.
That is not what they did. All people didn't have freedom in this country. So many.
Their history
enslaved. Yeah, but that's a whole nother. That's a whole set of Dr. Phil's, Oprah's.
Yeah, that's real heavy right there.
We could dig deep into there. Exactly.
In different forms, man. Some literal and some hidden. Right, you can't see it. But that's why, man. We keeping things funky, man, with, music, culture, comics, so that we can get away.
Want to keep the talk light.
Yup. But if y'all are here, y'all catch this, tell us what y'all want to hear. What do you want to see from Light Talk and the TMH boys, man?
Yep. Let us know if you want us to find some fan castings, some character comparisons. Let us know if there's some new movies that we haven't mentioned, some new anime that we don't know about. Because we'll do a whole spotlight on anime too.
Hey, I did catch. I started Lazarus.
What you think?
It was cool. It was good. I mean, I think I caught the first 2 or 3 episodes real quick. The music was cool. It's a little different than a traditional anime, and I'm not the biggest anime fan, but you know, over the years I've seen some here and there. But yeah, it was cool.
Made you feel like you were watching a more mature program there, didn't it?
Yeah. I will say, when it first came on and the music hit, I was like, wait, there's a mismatch here. Like, something's off. You know what I mean? Just a little bit, right?
That's what sent me straight into Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second. I know this matchup.
Yeah. But see, I respect that, man. I respect folks that are, you know, carving their own path, doing things different, man. You don't have to do everything exactly the same as everybody. We're all unique, man. We don't have to just be the same. You know what I mean?
Precisely.
All right. Anything else? We wrapping this up.
The next season of The Last of Us, I think was the last thing on our docket. We can lend that a quick shout out before we cut out for the night. The premieres on Mac. I'm not sure of the date of the last season, but I did read and listen. I think there were some folks that were disappointed at the way the characters were played out in I think the second season.
Mm-hmm. My kids, my daughter's a huge fan of the game. She's been playing it like nonstop for months.
Okay.
And then so we were hyped when season 2 came out. We watched season 1. She's 13, right? So, you know, we're still, and she's our only girl. You know, we're sheltering her a little bit, but we saw season 1 was hyped. Season 2 started, and she personally let down. It was a letdown for her. Like, I think she was expecting it to stay true to the game, and it didn't. So
hopefully it'll get back to what made it popular. They're saying season 3 is going to focus on Abby's story and the double WLF Seraphite conflict from part 2. So I don't know if people are going to love that, but hopefully they'll fix it. It's filming is supposed to begin this year, late this year or early 2026. So we're looking at late 26, early 27 release for the season.
Yeah.
But it is in production for those of you who tune into the show.
And like we were saying, man, you know, when you lose a major character, it's going to change up the whole show, right? So I think that was already hard to deal with. So,
and it was Pedro Pascal's character, correct?
Yep.
Man made Fantastic Four and The Mandalorian, and he's been everywhere.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman 84, right?
Yeah. He's definitely like, he's running things right now in Hollywood, man. I swear he's like a blockbuster or 2 from being like Arnold Schwarzenegger, man. Or
that man has a very big name right now on the silver screen.
He's doing his thing. And you know what? Side note, again, being original, having values, and being like a real authentic dude, like,
absolutely,
he's having fun out there, man, at least from what it looks like, and he's representing like himself. And I respect that so much, man. So to see him reach this level, I wasn't like a huge fan before. I mean, Mando, he got on my radar a little bit, and I know he'd been in the game before that, but I'm just saying, but just knowing all that, like, it's almost like that Keanu thing. Like, I'm gonna support Keanu now, like, big time. Pedro Pascal, man, he's like
pretty much.
So
almost everything Pedro is in is worth watching.
Yeah, he got that Midas touch, man.
Yep.
What he need to do is hop into like a comedy, do something like crossover even more, because right now he got that protector, that dad figure, right? Like, he got that on lock, which is good, but he needs something to cross over. You know what I mean?
Fantastic Four should help out with that.
Yeah, maybe that's it for sure.
Him playing Reed Richards, being Stretchy Man. That should take him a long way.
what can we expect from that, man? So I was more into like X-Men, X-Force, you know, that sort of thing, versus Fantastic Four. By the time I got into comics, it was like, what the hell is this? So, like, what can we expect from Reed Richards, man? Unless Marvel changes it, makes it more modern or whatever, but what can we expect, man?
Actually, I believe what we're looking at, very similar to James Gunn's Superman, we're looking at a retro view, and they will get updated in the movie. You know, there's talk of David Cornsweet's Superman getting an updated suit before the movie's over. So it's almost as if they're trying to bait and switch you and fool you into just trusting James Gunn. Right. And I think the same thing is to be expected of these Marvel movies. Right? Because I don't know if anybody remembers, but in the last credit scene, in the after credit, last couple minutes of Thunderbolt, that event that was happening on their radar was the Fantastic Four ship sliding in from another dimension, from another version of Earth.
Oh, I love how they do
because,
that.
Yeah, from what I hear,
Teaser.
Galactus successfully devours this world.
Wow.
Because remember, we're getting alternate versions of certain characters.
Come again?
Right. Silver Surfer.
Okay, yeah. Tony Stark.
So we're getting the female version of the Silver Surfer, played by Julia Gardner. And I believe the character's name is going to be Shen-La. Don't quote me, because now I think I'm confusing that with their home world, which is called Zenla.
Yeah, that's too close. It's too close.
Right. But it is, if we know Silver Surfer from the comics, Norrin Radd, who is the original Silver Surfer, had a woman. And there's a parallel world where the reverse happened. Instead of Norrin sacrificing himself to save his lady and their world, her name is Shala Ball. She makes the sacrifice and becomes Galactus's hero. And I do appreciate the fact that since they decided to make the change and show this version, that they went ahead and did their research. And this female Silver Surfer coming in this Fantastic Four movie is Shala Ball. So it is canon for those of us who don't want to be fans. It is canon that in an alternate world, Shala Ball makes the sacrifice instead of Norrin. But that's his woman.
That's gonna be dope. And since we're talking about alternate universes, I want to bring one last thing up. Switching over to DC. If you guys haven't checked out Absolute Superman, or Green Lantern, or Martian Manhunter, please do. They just recently came out. Absolute Superman suit is crazy, but they all have these different stories. They're kind of intertwined, but it's the powers are completely different. Storyline's completely different as well. But it's
Hopefully,
pretty dope.
we'll see some animated movies soon.
If you can pull that up real quick, Eddie.
Yep.
Can you pull up Absolute Superman?
Is this what you're talking about right here?
Yep, that's his
There's
cape.
the Absolute Superman.
His cape is crazy.
Batman.
Hey, this looks sick.
His cape kind of does the same thing like Doctor Strange kind of would, but just different. I think it's like nanites or something like that.
I like the
Pretty
art
dope.
style.
And instead of your blue, you have like a dark gray for his suit.
No more red underwear, huh?
No. I
That
think
ain't
his
cool.
suit is designed with lines instead of having that underwear, that old-fashioned thing.
Wow.
I think they're kind of trying to take a little bit more from the image of Henry Cavill's Superman. Because they keep putting those little bars on the side instead of giving them a yellow belt. And that's directly off of Henry Cavill's suit.
This right here?
Where those side riblets. Yeah, that's it right there. You see it.
Yeah. That looks sick. I like the suit. So this is like 2.0 because he's already got his superpowers, but now his suit is also souped up.
Well, and the crazy thing is, there's a couple of different ways that they're trying to elevate and evolve the comic series, because they've also got Superboy Prime.
Superboy Prime.
Yes. Now, if I'm correct, that's Jonathan Kent, Superman's actual son, not a clone.
Huh.
I'm not sure.
Who's the baby mama?
Got to be Lois, I do believe.
I mean, I'm assuming that, but you never know. Just saying.
Yeah, but it could be Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't really gotten into this one.
I might have to go buy some comics.
But these are some of the new ones that are coming and that are out right now.
Yeah, shoot.
Comic world's in good hands.
Yeah, this is getting me this is piquing my interest, man.
Yeah.
What other titles to look out for, man? Real quick. T? Chris?
Oh, sure. That's pretty much it. Just the Absolute World.
That's it for me.
Absolute Green Lantern. They have Abin Sur, who's a little bit of a villain within the Absolute Green Lantern, which is pretty dope.
And Abin Sur in the original world being the one who passed his ring to Hal Jordan.
Right, but this time in Absolute Green Lantern, there's no rings involved. Abin Sur just tells everyone, no fear, be without fear.
I really enjoyed the movie. I know it's old now, but I thought the Green Lantern movie was pretty good.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah. I mean,
it had its points.
You know, with DC, again, I'm not coming in with high expectations, man. And then so when you watch it and it meets that, it's like, oh, okay. Not bad.
Oh, King Spawn.
True.
Hopefully, they'll be getting that done soon with Jamie Foxx. So that's it.
Okay.
King Spawn. Yeah.
And he is actually finishing up filming his Mike Tyson biopic as well.
Wow. Good
So
for
hopefully
Jay,
when he
man.
comes out with Spawn, man, hopefully it'll be dope.
Yeah, because this is what, the second one, right? The first one was
Right.
from like the 2000s and wasn't really.
97, I think.
Oh, shoot.
Shout out to Michael
Something
John
like
White.
Dang. Wow.
Yeah.
They're gonna-
DB
they're gonna-
Sweeney, John Leguizamo.
30-year anniversary, man. That's perfect timing to drop the next one. Wow. Bro, that's
There you have it.
all right. Well, a lot of good stuff today, guys. A lot of good stuff to
Yeah.
look forward to. Every day is a blessing. Remember that. Show up every day better than you were yesterday.
Absolutely. Put the work in, you get the results back.
Love that.
Walk by faith and not by sight. Thank you to our listeners and our viewers. I'm going to say it every night. We love you. We appreciate you. We would not be here without you. Just right there. All love.
All love.
See y'all next week.
See you guys next week.
Yes, sir.